At just 8 years old, Patricia O'Keefe astonishes the world by carrying a 200-pound man on her back, a feat of strength that defies expectation and challenges assumptions about age and capability. Her tiny frame belies incredible power, leaving a lasting impression of determination and human potential. In 1932, 14-year-old boy Samson defied belief, hoisting a grown man atop a motorcycle with ease. Crowds marveled at his youthful strength, a spectacle of discipline, training, and sheer physical power. This image freezes a moment when childhood and extraordinary ability collided in unforgettable showmanship. In 1957, Diane Stopke stood proud as the International Posture Queen, her award-winning spine a symbol of grace, discipline, and elegance. Perfect alignment and poise made her a standard of beauty and physical awareness, capturing a moment when dedication to form became a celebrated art. In 1954, Gail Hooper claimed the unusual title of Miss National Catfish, celebrating regional pride with charm and poise. Her crowning highlighted quirky competitions of the era, blending tradition, humor, and showmanship into a moment that preserved local culture in an unforgettable photograph. London in 1930 hosted the Prettiest Ankle Competition, an event of elegance and social spectacle. Contestants paraded with grace, drawing attention to poise, refinement, and fashion trends. The crowd admired aesthetics in a playful celebration of beauty, capturing a uniquely whimsical slice of history. In the 1950s, scientists tested football helmets in shocking ways, banging their own heads with heavy objects to measure protection. This daring experimentation shows the lengths researchers went to ensure safety, highlighting both ingenuity and the audacious spirit of mid-century innovation. Visitors once picnicked at the Los Angeles alligator farm, blending leisure with the thrill of danger. Families enjoyed sandwiches and sun, while predatory reptiles lurked nearby. A curious mix of entertainment and hazard that reflects how past amusements often pushed boundaries modern eyes would question. Henry Barons, once recognized as the world's smallest man, danced lightly with a cat, creating a whimsical tableau. The photo highlights contrasts of scale, playfulness, and humanity, turning what might be seen as oddity into a charming celebration of life's unexpected joys. These enormous early life preservers demonstrate how maritime safety once relied on sheer size and presence. They stand as a testament to early engineering approaches, showing both creativity and the practical challenges of keeping sailors afloat in the unpredictable ocean. In the 1920s, rubber beauty masks promised wrinkle reduction, facial massage, and skin health, reflecting society's obsession with youth and appearance. Fashion and science intertwined, creating bizarre yet earnest devices designed to mold the human face into the ideal of perfection. Robert Earl Hughes, once the world's heaviest man, is pictured with his loyal dog. The image humanizes extraordinary physical extremes, showing companionship and care despite public fascination with his size, reminding us that personal moments can endure beyond fame and spectacle. The Michelin Man of early advertising wasn't just a mascot. He ran with a band of fellow musical tire men, blending whimsy and marketing ingenuity. This quirky parade of figures reveals a past when mascots entertained in ways both absurd and memorable, capturing the imagination of a growing consumer culture. Horse diving thrilled audiences in the early 20th century, and Eunice Padfield's leap into the pool exemplifies daring athleticism. The photo freezes the split-second moment of human and animal coordination, highlighting a spectacle that balanced risk, showmanship, and sheer entertainment value. George Stern's invention, a fast vaporizing fluid that allowed hands to appear on fire without harm, mesmerized audiences with danger made safe. This daring experiment reflects an era of curiosity, science entertainment, and the fine line between innovation and spectacle in early 20th century demonstrations. In the late 1930s, parents and babies enjoyed ice skating with surprisingly elaborate setups, including sleds and supports to ensure safety. The image captures playful ingenuity, showing how families adapted leisure activities for the very young while embracing winter fun with care and creativity. Babies once traveled perched atop luggage in airplanes, a bizarre and unsafe convenience by today's standards. This photograph illustrates how air travel evolved, highlighting changing attitudes towards safety, mobility, and the sometimes risky ingenuity of past eras. At first glance, everything seems perfectly ordinary. Yet this image captures the hidden quirks and oddities of daily life, where what appears normal may conceal humor, danger, or unusual human behavior. History often surprises us in small, almost invisible ways, revealing stories waiting to be discovered. This terrifying rubber beauty mask from the 1920s promised flawless skin while enveloping the wearer's face in a tight, surreal embrace. Society's obsession with youth birthed bizarre inventions, blending hope, vanity, and science into an eerie artifact that still fascinates and unsettles nearly a century later. A camera gun hybrid from the past seems completely sane, until you realize each trigger pull fires a photograph instead of a bullet. This bizarre invention merges danger with curiosity, showing how early tech enthusiasts constantly experimented with the limits of imagination and human ingenuity. Martin Lorello, the human owl, stunned audiences with his ability to rotate his head almost entirely around. A sideshow performer in the early 1900s, he transformed his body into spectacle, blurring the line between fear and fascination while reminding viewers of the strange extremes human skill can reach. In the 1920s, treadmills looked nothing like the sleek machines of today. Bulky and mechanical, they symbolized modernity and health consciousness, while hinting at society's early obsession with fitness. This glimpse into exercise history shows innovation often starts awkwardly before perfecting itself. Portable saunas briefly captivated the public imagination, promising wellness and relaxation anywhere. This man's radiant happiness captures the joy of novelty, highlighting how health trends can be both extravagant and whimsical, leaving a curious imprint on the past that feels almost magical today. In 1924, human chess transformed strategy into living theater in the Soviet Union. People became pieces on a gigantic board, merging playfulness with intellect. This image captures a surreal spectacle where imagination and competition converged, showing how games can take on astonishing, tangible forms. Over 30,000 soldiers in 1918 formed a massive human shield, a staggering visual of coordination, discipline, and solidarity. The photograph freezes this monumental act, symbolizing collective strength during war, while demonstrating how history sometimes creates patterns too vast to fully grasp in person. Early basketball games demanded resilience, knee pads, and sheer willpower. This photo from the early 1900s captures athletes adapting to a sport still in its infancy, where rules, uniforms, and tactics evolved alongside the determination of the players who shaped the game we know today. A vintage basketball player stands in front of a piano, exuding confidence that intimidated opponents and charmed spectators. This unusual backdrop reminds us that early sports photography often captured personality, alongside performance, preserving the charisma and strategy behind the athletic effort. For a brief, curious moment, wooden bathing suits existed, blending fashion, absurdity, and functionality in an era of experimentation. This photograph preserves a glimpse of strange invention, where societal norms and novelty collided in ways that feel almost impossible to imagine today. Teachers celebrating spring break in the early 1900s reveals that fun and camaraderie existed even within rigid educational systems. This image immortalizes laughter and indulgence, showing that behind formal appearances, humans have always found ways to embrace joy and temporary rebellion. In 1948, one inventive mind created a spoon with a built-in fan to cool hot soup, merging practicality with whimsy. The photograph captures creativity in everyday life, demonstrating how necessity, humor, and curiosity often intertwine to produce inventions both functional and absurd. While the bicycle built for two is famous, a four-person version stretches coordination and balance to extremes. This peculiar contraption shows how human ingenuity sometimes produces comically impractical solutions, leaving behind photographs that intrigue, amuse, and defy expectation. The Dynasphere, a giant single-wheel vehicle, could reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour, transforming transportation into a futuristic spectacle. Invented by Dr. J.A. Purvis, it demonstrates the daring creativity of early 20th century engineers eager to challenge conventional mobility, even if practicality lagged behind vision. Condom testing in the 1930s involved rigorous experimentation to ensure effectiveness and safety. These images highlight the origins of sexual health innovation, blending science, caution, and curiosity to create products that would profoundly impact public well-being for generations. Oscar Matheson, Norway's legendary speed skater, poses with an overwhelming collection of awards. The photograph captures decades of dominance and discipline, reflecting the power of human dedication, perseverance, and skill in sports history, immortalizing an athlete whose achievements set an enduring standard. A scientist tests a hands-free shaving machine with robotic arms, blending curiosity, innovation, and humor. The image freezes a moment of mechanical ambition, showing early experiments in automation that flirted with the absurd while hinting at the technological possibilities yet to come. The 1,300-year-old Mark Twain sequoia, cut down in 1892, reveals centuries of growth in its rings. This cross-section displays nature's record of climate, history, and survival, preserved for human observation. A living testament to time frozen in wood, silently narrating stories older than most civilizations. Huntington Beach in California once hosted towering oil derricks along the shoreline, a striking contrast to modern leisure. This photograph captures an era when industry and recreation coexisted visually, highlighting how landscapes evolve while leaving traces of past economies etched into memory. Alfred Langevin's talent of smoking through his eyeball illustrates the extremes of human curiosity and sideshow fascination. This unusual skill captivates the imagination, demonstrating the lengths to which people will go to entertain, surprise, and push the boundaries of what seems possible. Stefan Bobrowski, known as Lionel the Lion-Faced Man, lived with hypertrichosis, an extraordinary condition causing hair growth over his entire body. This image humanizes a figure often misunderstood, showing resilience, performance, and identity in a world that both marveled at and exploited his difference. The cyclomer, an amphibious bicycle designed for land and water travel, reflects bold innovation that ultimately failed commercially. This photograph captures ambition, creativity, and impracticality, highlighting how invention often dances between brilliance and folly in ways that time alone can judge. During World War II, soldiers sometimes wore gas masks while cutting onions, merging practicality with absurdity. This image freezes a bizarre wartime reality, showing how adaptation, humor, and survival instincts often intersect in unexpected ways, reminding us that history thrives in the smallest details.